Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel. Whether you're new or you're coming back, this is going to be a classic twin flame read. We'll take a look at the energies, we'll get additional info about one other area of the journey depending on what tarot gives us, and then we'll get to see how the twins feeling towards each other and towards the connection at this time. I'm going to start with an oracle card. As always, the first one is going to be for divine feminines watching. This is the Whispers of the Ocean. See what we have. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with those who might be interested. All right, feminines, you have the gift of neutrality, number 34. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. Right, so this is that temperance kind of energy where you balance out the masculine and the feminine energy, because we all have both, and it's important to acknowledge that and to find peace with both. It's a gift of neutrality. I like that word, but it's a gift actually. For masculines, we have push to the surface, number 27. You may have become complacent. You might be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics of your life, right? And the dynamics will actually show you where to go next. Where is your energy needed and things like that. Okay, let's see what. And push to the surface is kind of like breaking away from the usual routine of the day. Let's see what we have with tarot. I've got the tarot of the mystical moments with me today. One of my absolutely favorite decks. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords. Yeah, and in this deck specifically, there's all these eyes on her body. Like it immediately gives me a feeling of shame or being labeled in a certain way. So there is that acknowledgement right now that a lot of what I think about myself and this world comes from other people judging me and labeling me from their experience. And look at that, 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords and 9 of Wands. Yeah, it's ending. Nines are at the end of the cycle, right? Like the victory is close, and it's almost like it's in that Paulo Coelho book, where when you get very, very close to your dream, you start having doubts, you start seeing new obstacles, that fear is creeping in, right? And it's important to keep going and keep believing in your dream. Feminines, you have Page of Pentacles clarified by Queen of Swords. Very, very difficult, very different energies, right? So this is like a little girl, all kind and pure. This is like a woman, quiet, rigid and strict, and like somebody who knows what they want, right? Or how the world is built, so to speak, right? So again, this is also a kind of neutrality and balance that you can find between the two. It doesn't mean that you always have to be the kind girl that lets everybody in, or the rigid woman, and I'm just saying the gender for an example. Take it how it resonates for you, talking about energies. Or a woman that is like pretty cold and has strict boundaries with everybody else, right? Because they know better, so to speak, right? So there is a certain magic in finding that medium, right? Of how you can be both, or what kind of face to show depending on how you feel and what the situation is asking for. So this is like that part of neutrality balance, is you being able to customize the energy to like what the situation is about, right? To the kind of people that you are around. Because like, especially when you are that kind girl, you know, you're open, and it's important to realize that it's not going to be beneficial for you in every and all occasion. Depends on what kind of people you have around you. Can you trust them, right? Can you feel safe in that vulnerable, innocent moment, right? If yes, then go for it, absolutely. If no, then it's important to get back into your Queen of Swords vibe. For masculines, we have Ace of Pentacles clarified by King of Pentacles. Yeah, so masculines are working on some new project. We're trying to bring in new source of income, or maybe it's not necessarily making money, maybe it's something that they're investing in, but they still have, it's like a long shot. They have long-term goals in play. And look at that, like this is by far like one of the very rare decks where we have a feminine figure in the Ace of Pentacles card, right? And to me, that, because we're looking at the masculine energy, it immediately speaks about them having some sort of association with an experience with a feminine in mind. It doesn't have to be divine feminine. It could be from their childhood or from their past. Maybe it's their ex-wife or their mother or sister or somebody, but this is a feminine energy, right? And it's like part of what they're trying to build right now is from good memories that come out of that connection, of that relationship, whatever it was, right? Like there was that inspiration, and that feminine energy needed to be blended in, to be added as an ingredient to what they had in mind, to make it like really crisp and exquisite, right? So they're like, oh yes. And even though it may not necessarily be connected with the divine feminine, and the plan may have nothing to do with union, but the very idea that they are seeing the value and like this magic in the feminine energy, in the ideas from coming from feminine energy, that already, it kind of engraves a different kind of program on their brain of the value of the special vibe that the feminine energy has, right? So it's changing that around from manipulation, toxicity, fighting, being over emotional, and any and all other stereotypes that they have about feminine energies. Additional question, Six of Cups clarified by the Hangman. Ooh, we're looking back. This is the nostalgia from childhood. The twins are reminiscing. They're remembering certain experiences that help them build themselves up and become who they are today. What is it for the feminines? The Hierophant clarified by Ace of Pentacles. So the teachers. The teachers who helped learn the language of truth, who helped uncover the mysteries of reality. And it could be something very specific, like part of their professional learning, or it could be something about life, right? Like with the owl, I see like the source of wisdom. It could be a grandparent, for example, or just a neighbor who would read books together on Sundays or something, right? But it showed them that wisdom and how it's connected to the practical application in life, right? Like it's not just all theoretical discussions or somebody writing hundreds of pages of books about it, right? Like how does it apply in life? This is what the feminines are remembering, how they were learning that, and how maybe at the time, I'm hearing, they were not necessarily taking it seriously because they didn't really see that reflected in their own life. But now that they're grown up, they can see that. Masculines, we have Page of Wands clarified by the Devil. This is the curiosity that masculines had when they were children. This is like wanting to explore everything, to experiment, to try it out, do whatever. And that went over the edge a lot of times, you know, like, and again, I'm making an example, boys getting in trouble for doing something naughty, right? After you've passed that edge of like healthy curiosity and you start inflicting either pain for living things or damage to somebody's property or even to yourself, right? Just because of that rush of energy, of emotion, that thrill, that interest, that thirst for adventure, right? And now the masculines kind of can see the connection between that and maybe certain ways in how they were or they were not taking risk in their adult life, right? And the sort of like toxicity or the unhealthy energy behind it, of either way. And of course, this is a collective reading, so it will go different ways for different people. Either somebody who is a daredevil and just goes for it, whatever, the riskier the better, or somebody who is kind of shy of taking risks and likes to play it safe, right? But they see the connection of who they are today with how that was for them in childhood. Feminines, how are they seeing masculines in the connection? Three of Cups clarified by Five of Wands. So there are too many people in the mix that are impacting the masculine's mood and decision and view of the union and of feminine, right? And part of it is just other things not connected to love necessarily that are occupying them. Part of it is just people grasping on their energy and wanting to spend time together, and basically saying, oh, that's, you know, that's a lot of nonsense, so like you don't have to think about that, or yeah, we'll take you away from it, we'll take your mind off it, or something, which has noble intentions but not necessarily the best way to deal with the situation. How are the masculines in feminines? King of Cups clarified by Nine of Cups. Yeah, so this is Nine of Cups, this is one more cup, so essentially 10. They're seeing how the feminines are building themselves up towards the 10 of Cups, towards emotional fulfillment. How much emotional fulfillment is higher at stake and like more valuable than anything else, right? That's what they're looking for in the partner: emotional stability, harmony, a person who knows what they want, who they are, and also it's what they see, that what they're looking for in their everyday life, in any and every experience. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Actually, this is a quick read today. I have a super busy day, so I'm gonna get going, but it was my pleasure doing this for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again very, very soon.